Hello there, I'm back with my wet workbench fantasies. Today let's talk about energy automatic rifles. I already balanced out ballistic amigos, now it's time for these dudes. As you can see, science combo gives additional 30% damage, so the expected outcome is higher. As before, we just take one stat that's gonna be responsible for our overall success, and it is damage per second or DPS. Dealt to Puppy Hawk that puts on the line his life, resisting ballistic damage with 111 points and energy damage with 75. Right here is actually a huge freaking disbalance already, cause energy rifles by default gonna do more damage because of science combo and base damage, which is higher. The only weapon that is okay in terms of balance is just something from another planet. But all other new weapons have something nasty in common. They do not work well in stealth, so we do not use them in general if we go bloody. Well, the king of DPS obviously gonna be Enclave Plasma Flamer. We can't craft it, and yeah, it's kinda hard to get. So I think it would be okay to have it slightly more OP than just Plasma Flamer. V63 Carbine or Carbine, depends on your education, is something that recently added to the game, and I still did not get it because my brain just refused to participate in this Brahmin shit show. I'm so sorry, but we need to start cooking. Okie dokie, we have Ultra Laser Rifle and just Laser Rifle that have significantly more DPS. So, what if we lower base damage and fire rate to make them less overpowered but silent, to make them more interesting for stealth gameplay? Bloody builds gonna love it. The DPS is still pretty much high, but here we need to use 6 points of intelligence for science combo, so not for free, right? The range is much lower than ballistic weapons offer, except for Tommy Guy obviously. That means we actually have more or less the same effectiveness in the world of silent weapons. I think we can lower a little bit AP cost. So these weapons will be not that deadly, but deadly enough against big mobs. Alien Disintegrator is the only weapon originally silent, and it kinda sucks to hit the rock bottom of DPS in my balance. But first we have more range, and we have more rounds per mag than AK-47 or Fixer. And I really think that we should have AP cost way lower. By the way, damage for automatic receiver is calculated in a very weird way. So weird that I couldn't figure it out. So we use 40 for critical hit and sneak bonus, but for all additive buffs, the real number gonna be somewhere around 31-32. Depends on amount of buffs. I mean, if no buffs it would be 31, if a lot of buffs somewhere around 32. Most of you probably don't care, but in case if someone does, the actual base damage is what Senorito Pipey offers. Tesla dude! Before making this video I played with Tesla as is, just to see what's up, and seriously, this weapon probably is the most OP thing, cause its chain effect melts everything. Cause it has 65% of original power, over enough to solo Radiation Rumble with closed eyes, and I mean it, like seriously. Well, then I reduced the damage outcome, made it 50% less efficient, and it still kills, but satisfaction just went away. That is why I've decided to make it somewhere in the middle, but we need more rounds or charges per mag, 30 instead of 15, which is not silent, so we can compare DPS with Choo-Choos. But we should keep in mind that chain effect is epic, so more or less both weapons offer the same result but in different forms. Plasma rifle, not a silent weapon, so we can compare it to Choo Choo. The DPS is lower, but the magazine is a little bit bigger. Well, here we can't use it in VATS a lot, but at least we can speed crits fast if we need it. And finally, Plasma Flamer and his Enclave boyfriend. I mean, these weapons are not rifles. I mean, like, not rifles. These are flamers, for that's sake. The DPS is insane, but we have low range, so any ranged weapon gonna be better at least for a few seconds before we start cooking with plasma. In my book, these weapons should have the best DPS, cause we are at disadvantage here. But at least let's make less crits with these dudes. Enclave Flamer is not craftable, so technically it should not be included here. But since it is based on actual Plasma Flamer, we're gonna keep everything but damage. It is fair to have it increased, because mods are rare. For now. I'd say range is the bitch here, so both weapons are not that epic for everyday gameplay. I have got rolls since day one, almost day one, and I just don't understand what's fun about Enclave Plasma Flamer. Greedy monster that breaks in 2 seconds. The damage provided by Headmate is enough to kill everything fast, except for mini-bosses, maybe. Well, bosses and mini-bosses. And there, Enclave Plasma Flamer gonna shine. Well, ladies and gents, sadly PTS is over, so I can't provide you with my thoughts on balancing weapons. Tell me what you agree and disagree with in comment section. And I had to wait a little bit before publishing this video just to see if everything here sits well with me. In general, yes, but I'd make resistances a little bit higher. And clearly we want to have energy webs to be silent as well. Would be cool, right? Okie dokie, I think that's all for today. Big thank you for watching. I will see you later. Bye bye bye. Bye bye.